I'm Vinika Rianto. I'm an Indonesian. I was born in Bandung. That's about 2 hours from Jakarta. So how to say, a Japanese Chinese born Indonesian. So basically, I really like diving here, but only here. For some reason, I feel safe here. So about 1 year ago, I got an offer to move to transfer from my company. It's a different company but same group. So I took the transfer, and so now I'm working in about 1 hour and a half from Lembeh. I was actually afraid of deep water because as a child I drowned. So then I avoid water until 2017. That was when my friend, for some reason, she asked me to go in a group to go to Derawan near Kalimantan. It's a very nice diving site, but well, obviously I'm not a diver back then. None of my friends were, so we just went there as to do like a snorkeling and island hopping kind of thing. So well, I was very afraid of the oceans in 2017. I did not want to wear the fin because I'm also afraid of the fin for some reason. And then, but the guide in Derawan. He was very patient and he told me just not wearing anything, just my mask and my snorkel. And he dragged me for like 1 kilometer. There is like very nice stretch of colorful coral. I don't know what's there. Just for like 15 minutes, it's all just colors and colors. I can only see colors basically. So that's well, I feel like it's something I need to explore. So 2017, I took an open water course in Jakarta from the instructor was a friend of friends. Again, I was very afraid of the water. For other people, they have like 1 weekend for pool training in the pool. Then they go to the ocean for the certification. I took 6 weekend before I dare to go to the ocean and take the certification. So after that, I still want to do some diving. So a friend of a friend back then recommend me to, why don't you go to Thalassa? They heard it was very nice, very professional, and blah blah blah. So he never went there. My friends, they never went to Thalassa. They just always wanted to go there, but never. So yeah, I just try for like a long weekend about 2017, about 6 dive only. I like the place. I don't know why, but if you've been to Thalassa, Molas, you know there is an atmosphere there, and I don't know. I just like it. So then I asked my cousins who want to take open water also. I told her like, shall we go to Thalassa again for like 3 weeks, a bit long vacations where I can take advanced course and maybe try to learn again to learn diving properly. So then 2017, late 2017, my cousin took the open water in Thalassa while I took the advance with Simon. I could not forget the way when I do the diving, I always stay very far from the objects because to me it's already like close, and I don't want to touch anything, and I'm afraid of everything. But the first time I was trained with Simon on the buoyancy, I was looking at this nice clownfish anemone and very very far away. I didn't know it was far. I thought it's very near. But then Simon just grabbed my face and pulled me to the clownfish and the anemone, which is then I realized for the first time I realized that I am actually very very far from the clownfish. So that built like how to say more confidence level in me, and I feel like I know more or less like the definition of distance in the water, like whether it's near or far. So I owe that to Simone, and buoyancy also, because after that advanced training, yeah, I get better a little bit. But I'm still afraid of the water for a long time. I still, whenever I do back roll, I always like, please God, can I not do this?
But you still do it.
Yes. Again, it's very lovely down there. Once it's just very scary to go down, but once you are down there, it's peaceful and somehow less scary. But again, to tell you the truth, I've been doing maybe almost 300 dives. I stopped counting after 150, but about 300 dives, and I would say maybe 90% of it, I don't know, 200 something dive with Thalassa. So because I'm very scared of a lot of things, diving also the same thing. I did not, I don't know, for some reason when I dive with Thalassa guides, I feel maybe it's because I know them very well, so I know that they will not let me die down there. Finger crossed.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah. I went to Thalassa because someone recommended me, and back then I was thinking, yeah, I will move to other dive center after this, try one by one and see. But again, there is this feeling, I cannot really describe it what it is, but I feel it was like a bit like when you go to a new place, you feel like, oh, you are in the new place. But with Thalassa, whenever I reach Thalassa, I feel like, oh, okay, I'm at home. So there is a comfort level and that, and again, because I'm very scared of the water still, I need that comfort level, and that is why I always come back to Thalassa. But again, if you ask me why this comfort level is building up over the years from 2017, I always come back, I think 18 to twice, 19 also twice. Then after COVID, because I already live very near here, so I've been doing like a lot of weekends divings. Again, why it is Thalassa? I just feel safe. That is the my first reason. I feel safe. Like the guide in Thalassa, they always look back. Like they always check. Not only because I called them, even when I don't call them, they always like check from time to time. But when I did with the other, it's not very long experience with the other dive centers, but about maybe 3 or 4 dive centers. None of them look back, and then I always have this feeling like I have to, look after myself, and that nobody under the water will look after me. Which is, I know as a diver that what we need to do, we have to be able to look after ourselves. And I believe Simon's already trained me well, that I know how to take care of myself. But it is very nice to have like a safety net. Like I know if somehow I forget to look after myself, then there is always someone who will look after me. Also, of course, it's always fun. Like it's just not just diving for me. It was like if we find frogfish, for example, and it's not. I mean, the guide is happy. I'm also happy. It's like like we do a project together. It's not like just okay, this is frogfish. Bye. That's not how the guide in Thalassa. Like when I'm happy, they're happy. I was so exciting finding something. Sometimes it's just like a very very stupid thing. Like in I think this was in Bunaken. I found a little star in the wall, and I asked my guide, but next time I want to find the same star. It's nothing. It's just like a common little star, which is I think very common everywhere. But one day we were diving again together. We find the star, and I was jumping up and down. He was also jumping up and down. So it was like you're not diving with a guide, but you are diving with your friends. So that's why I keep coming back, I guess, because also not only want to dive and find something new, but also to dive with friends. It's the quiet, it's very quiet. Like okay, first is very quiet. Yeah, you heard some sound, but it's not an annoying sound. It's not high pitch. It's just very peaceful down there in term of voice. A second is how to say, uh, when you're diving, you only think about maybe other people thinks a lot of things, but for me, when I dive, the things that in my head is just remember breathe, one, breathe, breathe. I'm just thinking about breathing. Yeah, now I'm also thinking about taking pictures and blah blah blah, but mostly I think about breathing. Then I don't think about other things, which is like I have a stressful job, I have a stressful life. That's how my brain works. It's think about the worst thing all the time. But down there, because I'm only thinking about breathing, breathing, and when I take picture, I was just how to focus this thing. So I don't have this stress in my head when I'm diving. That's why I need the dive every 4 weekends because my weekdays is stressful. So I have a cousins, the one that I took when she took open water with Thalassa. I took the advance. So she's more into photography than me, both underwater photography and just normal scenic photography. She has like some fancy cameras, and this is her hobby. So for me, I don't really have that kind of hobby. But when I decided to come to Lembe, well, and I try with doing things with GoPro, which is nothing there, like blur, just blur video, blur pictures. So my cousin said, "Why don't you buy? Anyway, my GoPro already 5 years old, so it's time to upgrade your camera." So she recommend Olympus TG6. So I did not really. I'm not the kind of tech girl who browse a lot of things. So my cousin said this is what she recommends. So that is what I bought, TG6 Olympus, which is so far very nice. I don't think it's upgrading the camera. I just realized again because I have no idea about this underwater photography before. I thought by buying the camera, that's it. I can do any of the macro taking pictures. On the first dive, I went with this camera. I realized, oh, you need lights. I didn't know that we need lights. Sorry, again, I'm saying I don't know anything about underwater photography. So now, not upgrading the camera, but I will need to buy a tray with a strobe. Now, just something with easy lights that easy to use because now I'm using just a torch, so it's very difficult. Right hand holding torch and left hand, just very difficult. I would say this is not a hobby. This is a challenge. This is a challenge. Like I think I've come maybe I would say rockfish, for example. It's not too small. It's quite big, but the first time I took, I'm not happy with the quality. The second time, still not very happy. So it's a challenge to make it a better picture, basically. So then after that, I'm sure I will graduate to some smaller things, which is so many out there. Again, it's a challenge. Maybe not so much as a hobby. I enjoy how to say conquering a challenge. Like I don't know. I just like to compete with myself, I guess. Definitely, like lights. I try from here, from there. I know how to avoid the shadow. Like you cannot just put it on the top of your your sub object, then apparently sometimes doesn't go well. So yeah, light. Again, I think the most difficult things for me now is to find the correct lights, like how to from where, like from here, from there, just and of course this thing sometimes moving, not everything like a nudie, just very nice, very easy to take picture of nudies because it doesn't move. But sometimes you have all this flying thing, all these moving things, and that kind of things is again challenge. Again, when I'm using GoPro, it catch color beautifully, like in a place like Bangka, Siladen. The color is just catch by the GoPro very nicely. So that's where I think we should go if you have like something like GoPro. Just make a video, not a picture, just a video. Very colorful, basically. The right sunny day, then it's very nice. In terms of macro diving, mac dives, well, because again, this is only my second weekend. My second weekend with the camera. And yesterday we found Mandarin fish. I know this is very like how to say typical of people going to Lembeh to find like Mandarin fish, but it's very pretty. Just it's not very difficult to take a picture because it's quite big, not small. So that's we found it in Trikora, under somewhere near the pier. So it's a bit like it was a cloudy day, so we don't need to wait until sunset or because the fish came out, even though it's still our third dive, so it's just like about 2 p.m. something. So for the moment, that's it. But I'm very sure how to say when you do map dive, it's not like you do like in Bunaken, like one spot there, like Alung Banua, you have this cave, Fukui, you have this coral, Molas, the wreck. It's not an object. How to say in when you do mac dive, it just you can go to the same place. Like I think we already went to Air Bajo and Pantai Parigi so many, maybe 3-4 times, but we always find something different. So again, maybe because I'm just new here, but I have a feeling like you will not get bored when you go to Lembeh, because you may dive into the same spot again and again, but what you find is always different. And again, even though you find the same thing, because current sometimes different, light sometimes different, and the quality of the picture that you take will be different. So it's not boring because of that. I don't know this. So far, like my picture is not very good quality. Like today, like every day there is always like new favorite picture, so very difficult to say. Like today we found an octopus inside of a bottle, so I really hope that I was so good at taking pictures, so I can take like when it come out from the bottle, I can take like step by step how it come up. But well, because I'm so bad, I took the first one when it start to come out, and then when the octopus already there outside, because in between I all blurred. See, I'm still bad, very bad. But I really like that kind of picture because it has a story. Like the octopus was in the bottle, we found the bottle. It was, fun. I don't know. I know that I want to take a lot of colorful pictures. So sometimes, like I know, like all these sandy, the fish who hide under the sand, they were like cool, and but it's going to be like a bit black or a bit white. It's not colorful because they are, they just copy the sand's colors. So I'm not really know the kind of holy grail that I have in mind, but Yeah, just like I guess my holy grail is not about the object that I took, but the quality of the picture. I really want to have something that when I enlarge it, like with my phone, I make it very big and everything is sharp. Like yeah, I have one or two lucky shot like that, and that is my holy grail. I every time I go down, I really want to take at least one very good quality picture. Either it's lucky shot or I really, you know, make a lot of effort, like taking 500 pictures, then find one good one. Well, I think you can stay in Bunaken 1 week and you stay in Lembe because again in Lembe you can dive in the same many spots, but you can find a different things. So I see just Mac dive is like crazy people looking at the tiny little things in the gray sands, black sands. That's nothing, but just open your mind and you'll see that under all these gray sands, you will find like a lot of colors.